morning, my dear students. Today we are discuss about history third lesson, early Tamil society and culture. Tamil civilization, as we have seen, being at least 3 centuries before the common era. As seafaring people, Tamil traders and sailors established the commercial and cultural links across the seas, and merchants from foreign territories also visited the Tamil region. The sources for the study of early Tamil society are divided into 4 parts: classical Tamil literature, epigraphy, archaeological excavation, and non-Tamil and foreign literature. The classical Tamil literature divided into 4 parts. First one Tolkapiyam, second one Ettutogai, third one Pattupaattu, fourth one 11 Keelkanakku. Ettutogai, the 8 anthologies are Natrinai, Kurundogai, Paribadal, Padittu Pattu, Ainguru Nooru, Kalitogai, Agananuru and Purananuru. Pattupaattu are 10 ideal collection, include 10 long songs. There are Thirumurugaatrupadai, Porubaanaatrupadai, Perubaanaatrupadai, Sirubaanaatrupadai, Mullaipaattu, Nidunalvaadai, Madurai Kanji, Kurinjipaattu, Pattinapalai, and last one is Malaipadukada. Next we are see about 11 Keelkanakku and 5 epics. 11 Keelkanakku is elaborating ethics and morals. Thirukural composed by Thiruvalluvar. In 1330 couplets of Thirukural consider question of what are their morality, statecraft and love. Another one, the 5 epics. Already you are known that Silappadigaram, Manimekalai, Sivaga Sindhamani, Valayapati and Kundalakesi. Next one, epigraphy. Epigraphy is the study of inscription. That means inscription are documents scripted on stone, copper plates and other media such as coin, rings, etc. The development of script marks the beginning of the historical period. Next we see about Tamil Brahmi inscription. Tamil Brahmi inscription have been found in more than 30 sites in Tamil Nadu, mostly on cave surfaces and rock shelters. The caves were the living places of Jain monks only. The natural caves were converted into the residency of the tripline keep a rainwater away from the cave. Inscription often occur below the such triplines. The sites have smooth stone beds carved on a rock surface for monks who led a simple life and lived in this shelter. Merchants and kings converted these the natural formation and inhabitants of monks. Main of the places are Mangulam, Muttupatti, Pugalur, Arichalur, Kongaram Puliyankulam and Jamai are some of the major sites of such a caves in the Tamil Brahmi inscription. Next we are see about hero stones. Hero stone means Veerakkal or Nadukkal in Tamil. Hero stones are memorial erected for those who lost their lives in the battle and cattle raids. A cattle were considered an important source of wealth. Riding the cattle owned by adjoining tribes and clans was common practice in the pastoral society. During the Sangam age, the Mullai landscape followed the pastoral way of life. Tribal chieftains plundered the cattle wealth of enemies whose warriors fought to the protect their cattle. Many warriors died in such a battle and were remembered the materials. Memorial stones were erected in their honor. Sangam literature vividly portrays the battle and clashes and describes such hero stones as objective of worship. Tolkapiyam describes the procedure for erecting the hero stones. Important one mark, note it down. Hero stones of Sangam age with the Tamil Brahmi inscription can be found at Puliman Kombai at Tatapatti in Third district and Porpankotai in Pudukkottai district. Those of the Sangam age discovered till now do not have images or sculptures. Next we are discuss about inscription. இன்ஸ்கிரிப்ஷன் மீன்ஸ் கல்வெட்டு. நீங்கள் கோயிலெலாம் பார்த்துருப்பீங்களப்பா, ஒவ்வொரு கோயிலையும் போகும்போது அந்த சுவரில் எழுதியிருப்பாங்களா, அதுதான் கோயில், சர்ச்சு, மசூதி, இதில் எல்லாத்துலேயுமே இருக்கும், அதுதான் இன்ஸ்கிரிப்ஷன். Pottery vessels from the early historic period have names of people engraved on them Tamil Brahmi script. These are the parts are discovered in Arikamedu, Alagankulam, Kodumanal, Keeladi and many other sites in Tamil Nadu. Pottery inscribed with the names in Tamil Brahmi script have also been found in Perinki and Quasirul Quatim in Egypt and in the Khor Rori in Oman, indicated that early Tamils had trade contacts with West Asia and along the Red Sea coast. People etched their names on pottery to indicate the ownership. Many of them names are in Tamil while some are in Prakrit. Prakrit was the language used by the common people in the northern part of India during the Mauryan period. So, this language only draw in the potteries. Next we are discuss about archaeological site. That means Tolporul Araichi or Pudaiporul Araichi. Archaeological excavation refers to the systematically digging a site to recover the material evidence for exploring and interpreting the society of the past. Archaeological sites are located in Arikamedu, Alagankulam, Urayur, Kanjipuram, Kaveri Poompattinam, Korkai, Vasvasamutram, Keeladi and Kodumanal. Archaeological Survey of India is central government agency that manages the archaeological sites and monuments in India. Next we see about non-Tamil sources or foreign accounts. அதாவது வெளிநாட்டு இலக்கியங்களும் மற்ற இலக்கியங்களும் தமிழ் இல்லாத மற்ற இலக்கியங்கள். Non-Tamil literary sources also offer information on early Tamil society. The non-Tamil sources are divided into so many parts. Arthasastra. Arthasastra was written by Kautilya in the period of Mauryan period. At the same time, Mauryan period was ruled in North India. In South India, ruled by Pandya. Next one, Mahavamsa. Mahavamsa is a Buddhist canonical book in Sri Lanka. It was written by Pali language. The main purpose of the trader from Tamil Nadu and South India. Next one, Periplus of Erythraean Sea. The author was not known. Main of the navigational guide by the sailors. Another one, Pliny of Natural History. The Pliny the Elder was the Roman who wrote the Natural History. It was mentioned in the main purpose is pepper trade with India. Ptolemy of Geography. Ptolemy of Geography is a gazetteer and atlas of the Roman time providing the geographical details of the Roman Empire in the 2nd century AD. Next we see about Pythagorean table. The Pythagorean table is an illustrated map of the Roman roads. It shows the areas of ancient Tamilakam and port of Muziris. The last foreign account is Vienna Papyrus. Vienna Papyrus, a great document datable to the 2nd century AD, mentions the Musiri trade of the olden days. It contains the written agreement between the traders and mention the name of ship, Hermopolitan and the list article of the exports such as the pepper and ivory that were shipped from the India to the Roman Empire. Next we are discuss about Sangam age. Sangam age appadina Sangakalampa. The Sangam age or early historic period is an important phase in the history of South India. This period is marked out from the prehistory because the availability of textual sources, namely Sangam literature and Tamil Brahmi inscription. Sangam text is a vast corpus of literature that serve as an important sources for study of the people and society of the relevant period. Next we are discuss about Tinai. The concept of Tinai is presented in the Tamil grammar work of Tolkappiyam, and this concept is essential to understand the classical Tamil poem. Students, நீங்கள் ஆல்ரெடி தமிழில் இலக்கணத்தில் அகத்திணை புறத்திணைன்னு படிச்சிருப்பீங்க இல்லையா, அதுதான் நம்ம இப்போ இதில் ஹிஸ்ட்ரியிலையும் பார்க்க போகிறோம். The themes of poem are broadly defined as agam, it means interior, and puram, exterior. Agathinai refers to the various situations of love and family life, while Purathinai is concerned with all the other aspects of life and deals particular with war and heroism. Students, next we are discuss about the 5 landscape, that means ஐவகை நிலங்கள். What are they are? Kurunji, Mullai, Marudam, Neidal and Palai. Kurunji refers to hilly and mountain region. Mullai is a forest and pastoral region. Marudam is a fertile and river valley. Neidal is a coastal region. Palai is a sandy and desert region. Next we have discussed about the Sangam age polity, that means political powers of Tamilakam. தமிழகத்தில் சங்கம் ஏஜ் அப்போ அரசியல் பிரிவுகள் எப்படி இருந்துச்சு அப்படிங்கிறத நம்ம இப்போ பார்க்கலாம். The Sangam age has its roots in the Iron Age. In the Iron Age, people were organized into chiefdoms, that means குறுநில மன்னர்களை அவங்க ரூல் பண்ணது. From such communities of Iron Age emerged the Vendas of the early historic period, and the Velis of Sangam age were chieftains. The Mauryan Emperor Asoka conquered Kalinga and the parts of Andhra Pradesh and Karnataka region. Among the political powers of Sangam age, the Cheras and Cholas and Pandyas occupied the preeminent positions. They were known as Moovendar. The Moovendar controlled the major towns and ports of the Sangam period. Moovendar, the first one, the Cheras. Cheras refers to as the Kerala-Butras in Asokan inscription. Controlled the region of present-day Kerala and also western part of Tamil Nadu. Vanji was the capital of Cheras, while Muziri and Tondi were the port towns. Vanchi is identified with Karur in Tamil Nadu, while some other identify with the Tiruvanchikalam in Kerala. Paditupattu speaks about the Chera kings and their territories. The Cheras owe the garlands from flower of palm tree. The inscription of Pugalur and Karur mention the Chera kings of 3 generations. Coins of Chera kings have been found in Karur. The Chilapadigaram speaks about Cheran Chengutuvan, who built a temple for Kannagi, the patroness of epic. The bow and arrow was the symbol of Cheras. The legend has it that Ilango, who composed the Chilapadigaram, was the brother of Cheran Chengutuvan. The second one, the Cholas. The Cholas ruled over the Kaveri Delta and northern part of Tamil Nadu. The capital was Urayur and port town was Kaveri Pumbattinam or Pumbugar. Patinapada is a long poem about Kaveri Pumbattinam composed by poet Kadiyalur Urthanagannara. The famous king was Karigala Cholan. He was effectively utilizing the water from the river Kaveri. The foundation for the extensive harnessing of water for irrigation purpose, which reached the zenith in the later Chola times. Karigalan fought battle of the Pandyas, the Cheras and the chieftains. The Chola emblem was the tiger and they issued the square copper coins with images of tiger on the abso, elephant and carried the symbol on the reverse. Movender, the last one, Pandyas. The Pandya who ruled the southern part of Tamil Nadu are referred in the Asokan inscription. Madurai was the Pandya's capital. Tamil literary tradition credits the Pandyan rulers with patronized the Tamil Sangams and supporting the compilation of poems. The Mangalam Tamil Brahmi inscription mentioned the king of Nedunjeliyan. Nediyon, Mudathirumaran, Palyakasalai, Mudakudumi Peruvalidi were the some of the important ruler of this dynasty. The Pandyan symbol was fish. My dear children, the Velis or chieftains are important another one personality of during the Sangam period. That means Kadayelu Vallalgal. Apart from Vendar, there were Velis and numerous chieftains who occupied territories on the margin of Movendar. The Velis were the 7 chiefs are Pari, Kari, Ori, Nalli, Began, Oy and Adiyaman. Sangam poems were write extensively about the generosity of these Velis. These chiefs have intimate the relationship or alliance with one or other Movendar and helped them in their battles against the Vendors. Next we are discuss about economic condition in Sangam age. The economy was mixed as elaborate in the Thinai concept. People practice in agriculture, pastoralism, trade and money exchange, hunting and gathering, fishing depending upon the ecozones in which they lived. First one, agriculture production. Agriculture was one of the main sources of subsistence. Crops like paddy, sugarcane, millets were cultivated. Rice grains were found in the burial urns excavation in Adichanallur and Porundanal. People in the forest adopted Poonam or shifting cultivation. Second one, industries and graft of Sangam age. The graft production and graft specialization were important aspects of urbanization. In the Sangam age, there were professional groups that was produce various commodities. The system of production commodities is called industry. Pottery. The pottery was practiced in many settlements. People used in the pottery produced in the Kalamchiko in their daily activities, and so they were made in the large members. Black were rusted coated painting were black and red were potteries were different types of pottery used. Iron and smelting industry. Iron manufacturing was important artisanal activities. The Sangam literature speaks of blacksmith and their tools and the activities. Iron implements were required for the agriculture and warfare. Stone ornaments. Sangam age people adorned themselves with a variety of ornaments, while the poor people wore ornaments made up of clay, terracotta, iron and leaves and flowers. The rich wore jewelries made precious stones, copper and gold. Gold jewelry, gold ornaments were well known in this period. Gold coins from Roman was used to make the jewelry. Evidence of gold smelting has been found in the Pattanam in Kerala. Gold ornaments have been unearthed on the megalithic sites of Adichanallur, Kodumanal and towns of Arikamedu, Kiladi and Pattanam in Kerala. Glass and beads. The presence of glass and beads at the sites of reveals that people of Sangam age known how to make the glass beads. Arikamedu, Kudikadu near Kadalur show evidence of glass beads industry. It is possible that people who could not afford the precious stones used the glass beads. Next we are discuss about pearl fishery and shell bangles. The Palm coast are famous for pearl fishery. A pearl have been discovered in recently excavated in Kiladi site. Shell bangles were very common in the Sangam age. Whole shell or fragment of bangle have been found at many sites. Sangam literature describe women wearing the shell bangles. Next, textile industries. Textile production was another important occupation. Evidence of spindle, whorls and pieces of cloth have been found at Kodumanal. Literature too refers to cloths called kaligam and other fine variety of textiles. Periplus also mentioned the fine variety of textile produced in Tamil region. Spindles, whorls means used for making the thread from cotton. Next we are discuss about emergency of towns and ports. The Sangam age saw the first urbanization in Tamilagam. Cities developed and they had the brick buildings, roof tiles, ring wells and planet towns, streets and storehouses. The towns worked as the ports or artisanal centers. Arikamedu, Kaveri Pumpattanam, Alagankulam, Korkai on the east coast of Patnam in Kerala were the port centers. Kanjipuram, Urayur, Karur, Madurai and Kodumanal were inland traders centers. Many goods and commodities were produced in these centers and were exported in the various regions. Though few in number, large towns appeared in the Sangam age. Small villages, however, were found in many areas. Bronze vessels, beads, shell bangles, glass beads, pottery and many name of the people written in the Tamil Brahmi scripts were found at these sites. Belief and faith. The Jainism was present as evidenced by the caves with the Tamil Brahmi inscription. Performance of yagna is also evidence. Buddhism was also present in certain centers. Different groups practiced various forms of worship. Culture of arts. Various art forms too exist in the Sangam age. Performance of ritual dance called Veriyatal are referred to the literature. Composition of poems, playing of music instrument and dances were also known. The literature mentioned in the Sangam age, the people took care of their appearance and evidence of antimony rods made up of copper has been found in the archaeological sites. They were used by the women for decorating their eyebrows.